Is Alec Baldwin going to jail? By now you've heard that he was in New Mexico making a movie about 1880s America, but it was not the real 1880s America. It was Alec Baldwin's revisionist history of an unjust America. The story reportedly follows a boy who was on the run from exactly what, we're not sure. Was it justice? Was it authority? We may never know. But Alec Baldwin is about to find out about non-fictional justice and authority in non-fictional New Mexico. This is a jurisdiction with courts and judges and jails and real non-fiction laws against manslaughter. Attorney Andrew Branca reminds us that there was a man in New Mexico who was once tried and convicted for the exact crime admitted by Baldwin. The decision in that trial reads like this: the defendant had in his hands a gun which at some time had been loaded, and that he handled it without due caution and circumspection, and that death resulted. That's what happened. And here's the law. It was on the books then, and it's still on the books. It's the Involuntary Manslaughter Statute, section 30-2-3. Manslaughter is the unlawful killing of a human being without malice. Paragraph B, involuntary manslaughter consists of manslaughter committed in the commission of a lawful act. For example, it might be making a movie. It's not against the law to make a movie or to make a Western or even to make a Western with gunfights in it. It's still lawful. But if there is produced there death without due caution and circumspection, you've got involuntary manslaughter. And Baldwin has admitted personal guilt for the same statutory crime. So if there is a trial, it is likely to go to conviction because Baldwin is a veteran actor. He's a veteran firearms handler. He knows about due caution and circumspection in the film industry, safety rules. He's been in it for decades. And there's a link below for the most current list of all the safety requirements when you're handling firearms for movies. There are over 30 rules, and the industry knows this. This is industry-wide and even worldwide. Baldwin also sits on the board of a gun control organization which complains about the fact that guns are, in fact, dangerous things. So the court will assume that Baldwin, possesses the knowledge that guns are dangerous things. And in his film appearances, Baldwin has killed, as an actor, as the part that he's playing, he's killed numerous people with guns. And over the years, those films have glamorized immorality and lawlessness and corruption and bullying and crime. And in each of these stories, actor Baldwin used lethal force to get his way with a gun. So how will this story end in New Mexico? Are we remembering that it ended in death for mother and wife Helena Hutchins, whose young son has lost his mother? Or are we getting too distracted by the witty memes about the self-righteous gun control activist, Alec Baldwin? It's time that we focus soberly on the issues of justice and professionalism. Baldwin should be charged, and then he should be tried fairly, according to law. And films should be produced according to the set security protocols which have been in place over a century, with very, very few accidents and mishaps. And here's one of the most basic, which should have been followed on this film, and it wasn't. The first AD, the first assistant director, is supposed to clear the gun of all rounds after the armorer clears it and hands it to him. And then the first AD is supposed to show the actor that the gun is empty, that the cylinder is clear, and that the barrel is clear. No obstructions like there were in the Brandon Lee case. And then he, the first AD or the armorer, are then supposed to point the gun at the ground and pull the trigger on the 6-gun 6 times. Why? Because it's a 6-gun. There are 6 chambers in the cylinder. And then you would know that this hammer is not going to set off any hidden, unexplored, undiscovered round. So early reports that we're getting about what happened say that there was gross negligence of a degree never seen on a professional movie set. And let me make this final comment. Many Americans became first-time owners of handguns over the last 18 months, several million of you. Now your gun, it is a dangerous thing, yes, but it will endanger no one if you are responsible to follow the rule, just these 4 rules I'm going to give you. Of course, there should be no carelessness, no negligence. And rule number 1, always assume it's loaded, always. Number 2, keep it safely holstered. Number 3, never draw and point it at anything you are unwilling to destroy. And number 4, never put your finger on the trigger until you are ready to fire a live round. I'm Jeffrey Botkin. I'll have more to say on the film industry and on this negligence case. And I want to tell you a frontier story about a school not far from Santa Fe, to which the teacher and every student brought personal guns every single day without any mishap. So let's stay connected. Thank you.